Well, one of the things we want to do, Joe, is get rid of regulation. One of the things we're going to be doing is lowering taxes.
Donald Trump on CNBC's Squawk Box earlier today, detailing just a couple of the things he hopes to accomplish in his first 100 days as president, should he be elected. We're taking more of your phone calls right now at 1-877-NEWSMAX. That's 1-877-639-7629. And let's head back out west to California, to Green Bay to be specific. That's where Stephen is on the line. Hi, Stephen. Stephen, are you there? I think we've lost Stephen. To Louisville, Kentucky for Rick. Hi, Rick.
Hey, how you doing? I want to thank y'all for having me on and for the many interesting shows that you all broadcast.
Well, we're very pleased to have you on tonight. What's on your mind, Rick?
The Republican Party needs to get this slogan in their head, and especially starting with Paul Ryan, and that is, united we stand, divided we fall. Nobody in a boat race of rowers is going to put their money on the rowers that can't work together. This has plagued the Republican Party for quite a while, and honestly, we want to see something different, not only within the Democrats, Republicans, but we want to see something start work. Somebody find a way to start work and make this work.
Rick, I believe what you had to say right there about united we stand, divided we fall, that is practical information, and I can understand you having a real concern about Speaker Ryan and what he had to say earlier tonight. Rick, thanks so much for checking in from Louisville, Kentucky. Joining us now from Newsmax, New York, one of the major questions we've had tonight already is about Donald Trump and women. We heard from a dear lady out in Spokane who says she really likes the Donald. Well, here is someone who used to work with Mr. Trump, the former Vice President of Trump International, Senada Adzem. She's now the Director of Luxury Sales for Douglas Elliman, Florida, but again, she's at Newsmax, New York. We really appreciate your time, and we only have about 3 minutes, but I'm very interested. You work closely with the Donald. How comfortable and confident are you that he can accomplish the goals that he lays out?
Very comfortable. In fact, he's one of those extremely good business people who sets out a goal and figures out a way how to get it done. And I do think he's going to do the same when it comes to women's vote.
Well, we have heard from women tonight, and I said we heard from a dear lady out in Spokane, Washington, who says, what is all this talk about Donald Trump having trouble with women? If you could tell us, what kind of demeanor did he have on the job? Very businesslike, or did he mix it up with a light touch at times, but a very purposeful way? Is there any one thing you can mention that gives us insight into Donald Trump at work?
Absolutely. He's a really tough boss, and there's very little room for error. So what's important to know about Donald Trump as a boss is that he doesn't care if you're a man, a woman, where you come from, who you are, as long as you produce results. That's what's very important to him. So I know for a fact, even if and when he gets elected into the Oval Office, that he would do the same, because he picks the best people, whoever the experts in particular field are, he would get those people and surround himself with the best.
Well, speaking of that, it's very interesting. One of his first major supporters, Sarah Palin, the former governor of Alaska, John McCain's 2008 running mate, was just named as #1 among the 50 most influential Republican women here by Newsmax.com. Why do you think the Donald has hit such a nerve with grassroots activists?
Well, I think he hit a nerve because he's not a politician. He's a businessman, and what most people want is political correctness, but what most people don't know is that political correctness offends Mr. Trump. You see, many people get offended by his very direct, sometimes polarizing, well, most of the times polarizing demeanor. But what they don't know is that as a businessman, he is so disciplined and so focused that he's determined on accomplishing his goal.
Senada, we only have about a minute left, so just with 30 seconds, is there something about Donald Trump that that might surprise us, something that would be unexpected from his demeanor publicly?
Well, he doesn't drink. I don't know if that's a known fact, and he's extremely disciplined. He works very late into the night. He sometimes goes for dinner with his wife and comes back to the office because that's how and what a high achiever he is.
So he works around the clock and mindful of the clock. That four-letter word, time, is getting in our way. Senada Adzem tonight from Newsmax, New York, formerly the vice president of Trump International, now the director of luxury sales for Douglas Elliman, Florida. We really appreciate your time and insights, and we hope you'll come back and join us again sometime on Newsmax Prime, okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now, when we come back, all that's gone on today, the way I see it, not only about President Bush, but also about a certain senator from Arizona. Stay with us.